We're live back here at Lake Cormorant, the swamp, the home of the Gators. What a great night. Friday lights are here, pads are popping, and we see two offenses and two strong defenses colliding here with only a 1-point advantage for Horn Lake with that missed extra point. And we're looking forward to see a second half. I'm ventured to saying that both of these teams went back into their locker rooms and discussed and said, hey, let's get some fire under us. Let's get some plays going on. You got the defenses, a lot of turnovers happen on these plays, and even it was some flukes, deflections. What should have been a catch deflected into the defender's hands multiple times here. So it looks like both these offenses had some fluke plays. But Horn Lake, Lake Cormorant are coming back. The Lake Bowl is here. Let's see who can come away with the win. Taylor, a lot of these players in the past few weeks has been pretty well. I know Horn Lake's running backs doing well, but Lake Cormorant's quarterback has pretty much carried this load. Let's look to see if we have a comeback, at least you would say, for this. And now Coach Nestor there, he's been a leader in that locker room for many years. I'd venture to say that he has a pretty good hold on that locker room. So you might see that front-loaded offense come back for the Gators, even though they are kicking the ball off first. So Horn Lake has a chance to come down the field and retaliate.
Yeah, I would like to see both of these offense get a little something going here. See if we don't see some of that offensive firepower from both sides. You know, they're both capable of putting up a lot of points in a short amount of time. Again, we've not seen the ball move through the air a whole lot for either teams. Both of them are sticking to the run. But I think we're going to have to see both of these offenses, step up and try to move the ball through the air because they've both proven that they can stop the run.
Here with the kickoff for the Gators. Let's have a good kick on the right-hand side. Looks like we will have a out of bounds. Looks like we'll have a penalty here.
No, I think that the guy from Horn Lake got there before it got out of bounds. I don't know. I'm sure he's going to hear from his coach. What are you thinking? That ball's going out of bounds. Let it roll.
What a misplay right there by the special teams for Horn Lake. They're going to be inside the 15 when they could have had about 20-plus more yards.
Yeah, that was just not a good football IQ play there. Just, I don't know if coming out of half he's too hyped up wanting to get his hands on the ball, what was going on there, but that was not a wise play from that return man there. You got to let that ball go out of bounds.
That's right. Not a lot of hot potato going on, but you have Horn Lake's offense back in shotgun. You have running back to the right-hand side. Got a snap. Quarterback hands off the ball, motions up, tries to shake out the defender, and is brought down for a small gain of about 3 yards. You have 2nd and 7 for the Horn Lake Eagles.
Yeah, last week we saw number 5, Senegal. We saw him averaging probably 8 yards per carry. And tonight, if I had to guess, he's averaging maybe 2, maybe 3 yards per carry. Not having a lot of success on the ground. This Lake Cormorant defense has proven that they're able to stop the run, and so we're going to have to see what happens here. We're going to see if we can get this number 33. Looks like he's ready, coming in, ready to make a play. Let's see what happens.
Shotgun, quarterback throws the ball to 33. Catches the ball, and it looks like he's brought down at the 24-yard line.
Yeah,
like I promise. 3rd and 1.
I promise to all our viewers, we're not tapped into either of these teams' play calling. That was just a lucky guess there for number 3 to get that 33 to get that ball. We're not stealing signs and passing them along. We have no idea. Just lucky guess on that one.
Hey Taylor, turn it to channel 2. Oh, I'm just kidding. But yes, number 33. If anything's happened on the Horn Lake side, throwing pretty good balls to him. He's caught multiple, some 20-plus yards catch. You have quarterback shotgun, hands off to the running back on the left-hand side, gets brought down behind the line of scrimmage. Looks like you're going to have a 4th down. What a stop for the defense. Number 1, number 7, what a rally to that. That's what you like to see. Let's see if the Horn Lake Eagles decide to punt or stay on the field. Looks Looks like
Yeah,
we do have
like
a
they're
punt. You know what? I'm going to predict something right here, Taylor. I think they're going to come out after the half. They're huddling up a little too much. I'm not sure if we're going to see a punt or an actual fake play here. Let's see what they do.
If I'm Lake Cormorant, I'm keyed into that. We've not seen them huddle up before a punt all night.
Timeout.
Yeah.
And we're going to have a timeout. They're going to go back, and I think we may see the offense come back out and take a shot here. It's a iffy play to get them out there. You know, you're at your own 24. You hate to turn the ball over on downs in this position, but like we've talked about a lot tonight, these defenses have showed up all night long. They're showing up. They're making plays. They're making stops. So it wouldn't surprise me to see them try to go for it here. But I also know that Lake Cormorant does have the ability to come up with a big stop here and force that turnover on downs and put their offense back on the field in plus territory and be able to make some plays, see if they're going to stick to the run game here in the second half or if we're going to see some ball movement through the air.
If I was Horn Lake here, if they're trying to do a trick play, come up to the huddle right here, I see him running up to this ball and doing a hard count and trying to get this defense offsides. Yep, here's what we're going to see. They're going to come up real quick. Let's see if they get a hard count to try to draw this defense offsides. Exactly. Exactly. Look at here. We got a encroachment on the defense. You know, we said we're not in these coaches' ears, I promise you. But that's what you call a smart play call by the offense. Try to get the defense hyped up after that third down stop. It's going to be a first down for the Horn Lake Eagles. They're bringing back in their rotation starters. That's what you call good coaching right there from the Eagles side. Trying to catch the defense who is hyped up off guard.
Let's see. We've got a cornerback over there at the top of your screen that's on an island by himself.
Quarterback hands off the ball to number 5, pulls out, gets hit. Oh, breaks that tackle, keeps going. Let's see if he can go all the way. The 30, the 20, the 10, and the Eagles will make a score. Number 5 is carrying the load again. I think, Taylor, he increased that yards per carry with that one play.
Yeah, he picked that yards per carry up from 3 to probably closer to 6 or so there. But, you know, these big explosive plays, I don't know that they're going to be able to keep you in a game all night. I think we're going to have to see one of these offenses settle in here and really be able to drive the ball down the field. You know, Lake Cormorant's defense made 3 great stops there to hold them to force the fourth down, which they did jump to draw the first to get a new set of downs. But let's see what continues to happen.
Number 33 is the holder. He is doing everything. Snap. It's good. And it looks like we have a block. And we are high school football, so we do not have a chance to return those. But what a score and play. The Horn Lake Eagles are up by 7 points, 13-6. We will be right back after this quick break. Looks like we have a kickoff right here. Kickoff return here. Back to the 50-yard line. Brought in Lake Cormorant here. We are looking forward to a comeback from the offense here. You see Coach Nestor livid on the sidelines, it looks like, at number 27. I wonder if you could zoom in and get some spit on that and see if he's spitting out there. I'm just messing. No, but you have the Lake Cormorant Gators on offense trying to come back from that Horn Lake run. Number 9 has been carrying the load for the Gators this season so far. Let's see if he can put this team on his back and come away with some good plays. Looks like you're back to that formation we saw at the first quarter. We have these two tailbacks kind of in this. Oh, quarterback takes the ball, runs up, gets stuffed about 1 yard behind.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a wild guess and say Horn Lake's defense is keyed in to number 9 being their best ball carrier, and they're just gonna put a lot of hats on him and hope that the other guys on the field can take care of the rest of it. You know, we're seeing both of these teams are tending to load the box up with 8 men and leave their corners on an island. But we'll see. We've not seen either team throw the ball a whole lot, so I guess they're both just banking on the fact that the other team doesn't have the ability to throw a whole lot.
I would like to see this quarterback motion out to this right-hand side. You have that wide receiver on an island out there, but you might see a run straight to the right side. Running short. Looks like we're going to have a short gain of about 2 yards, which puts it back to 3rd and 9. You have a little bit of choppiness here at that play.
Number 9, Matthews on the carry.
Yeah, the defense is getting excited, getting pumped up. It is 3rd and 9. It's at the 50-yard line. The Gators have a chance to make some good plays. Let's see what they call here on 3rd down.
Yeah, that ref looked like he was having some words with number 1 on that play after the little pushing and shoving at the end there.
Line up in the same formation. Quarterback takes the ball, runs to the left side, gets up the middle a little bit and some yardage. I believe we're going to have a 4th down and 2. I think in this spot, Taylor, being down by a score with those types of runs that have occurred, you might see them stick to it, and it looks like they are. Quarterback pushes the running back right back up in the same position. You have that formation. Let's see if they have a motion to any side here.
Yeah, with this cornerback at the top of the screen.
Quarterback snaps the ball. Looks like he had a substitution over here late by the defense. Number 7 came out. Let's see what the ref calls here. I'm not sure if this is going to be a timeout, official timeout.
Timeout on the field.
There is a timeout on the field. We will be right back after this. So you have Coach Nestor for the Gators. He is in the huddle talking to his team with the ref there. It looks like the ref's having some words, maybe to try to keep these boys calmed down in that heated action the last little bit there. But you have the Gators down a touchdown. Looks like we have a 4th and 2. Quarterback takes the ball. Looks like he's going to have a chance to get that 1st down, and he does, and some more, and he can't take him down.
Still going.
What a run by number 9. He is carrying the load and putting his team on his back.
Yeah, we've already mentioned it once, but these two teams do not like each other, not even a little bit. You know, and I'm sure that being so close together that you've got some friends that play for the other team, but when it comes time to lace up those cleats and put on those uniforms, there are no more friends. You're out there, you're trying to whoop the guy across from you, and just
got a strong on the right side, takes a snap. Quarterback does the same thing. Moves up to the middle of the plate, keeps chugging down that huddle right there. Number 52 is being yelled at over here, apparently, or calling the play. So we have a 2nd down at the Horn Lake 24-yard line. Now, Horn Lake in the past week held Olive Branch to single digits. They've held, of course, 2 teams in single digits. Quarterback motions. Looks like number 52 does not know what he's doing. Oh, that almost really ruined that play, but the quarterback takes it up the count. The huddle is keep moving forward, but they called that play dead back a little bit. There's a flag on the play. We're probably going to have some unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense here as the Gators are clapping here. And number 3 is getting a favor done over there with the shoe being tied. Yeah, you have an unnecessary roughness on the defense there.
Yeah, that just goes back to show these 2 teams do not like each other, not even a little. You know, they're going to talk all night. We're going to see a lot of pushing and shoving. And I don't mind that. In these rivalry games, I don't mind a little bit of pushing and shoving, a little talking, as long as you keep it clean and the refs keep it under control. See what we're going to have happen here. We've got number 19 for Lake Cormorant, Kalen Yeager, in the game. He's listed on our stat sheet as a QB running back. So with him in and number 9 out, I'll be interested to see if they're going to keep the ball on the ground or if this is going to be their guy that they put in when they need a pass thrown, or what are they going to do? And is Lake Cormorant going to be able to key in on that and notice, hey, this is not their number 1. This is somebody else. He's listed as a running back, so more than likely I think they're going to try to run the ball, but let's see.
Quarterback looks back to the sidelines to see what the play is, or to confirm. They do not know what's going on.
I don't know that anybody's watching the play clock either.
And looks like we're going to have a flag delay of the game. Coach Nestor is livid here at his Gators, missing this opportunity. It's going to be a 1st and 15 back at the 15-yard line. Or excuse me, the 16-yard line.
Yeah, number 52 for Lake Cormorant looks like he's having some trouble. I don't know if he's confused as to where he's supposed to be, where he's supposed to be going. But one way or the other, I don't know if they're going to have to give somebody to tell him what to do every time, but something's got to come up.
Quarterback snaps the ball, takes it up the left-hand side, right up the middle. He was falling down, but he fell forward about 3 or 4 yards. He'll be down close to the 12-yard line, or let's see where they place this ball. They place it down right at about the 11-yard line. Number 9 is back. He looks like he has his wide receiver out here on the right-hand side. Let's see if they're going to pass this ball in this play. I think they may have gotten a false start here.
Flag on the play.
I think if I was coach here, I'd probably call us another timeout, even though that only leaves you with 1 on the board. Everybody needs to settle down, calm down. I see number 7 out there on the offense saying, hey, calm down. We're all good. That's leadership. That's what you want to see from a player on your team, to say, hey, look, we got this. So you see Horn Lake's defense, they got the hands on their hips a little bit. They have close to 7 to 8 in the box. Number 9 snaps the ball, runs up the middle, caught through, and it looks like okay.
Number 9, Matthews.
It appeared that the ball came out. You have some chippiness going on here near the line of scrimmage. And I have a helicopter of a mosquito attacking me right now.
It's going to be 3rd down and about 8. Timeout. This timeout is brought to you by Keller's Pawn.
Yeah, now Lake Cormorant has won all 3 of their games by 20-plus points. So right here, they're a little nervous. This is not something that they're used to, is being down by a touchdown in the second half. And so they need to come back through this. I like to see these coaches over here in the huddle saying, hey, guys, let's put our heads together. Let's play with discipline. Let's work together. Let's put a few good plays here to get some score and focus over here. And number 9, you're probably going to see it being carried on his front, either one of those option plays or quarterback design runs, either the left or the right, depending upon where these running backs line up in front of him. Or you might see him motion out to pass. Let's see.
Yeah, I think we're going to have to get the ball in the air. They're showing you that they're going to stop the run. Something's got to change. You can't just continue to ride the same old dog over and over and over again. When he's picking up yardage, but in this situation here, you're looking at 3rd and 8. You got to pick up a chunky yardage here. Even if you're going to go for it on 4th, you still got to make it 4th and manageable.
Snaps the ball, takes it on the left-hand side. Horn Lake's defense looks like you have a flag in the end zone. That's probably going to be on the defense here. Let's see what the refs call. I don't see what they're calling yet. Let's see. The ref who threw the flag is not really making any motion. Chop block on the offense. So you're going to be pulling them back even further. Number 3 was getting a little upset at that over there.
Yeah, this Lake Cormorant this Lake Cormorant defense has only given up, the most points they've given up this year is 20 points.
3rd down from the 24.
Yeah, the most that they've given up this year is 20 points. And right now, they're only been able to hold Horn Lake to 13. So I don't know if we're going to see them be able to keep this a low-scoring game for the opposing team, or if they're going to be able to get in the end zone here. What's going to happen?
Snaps the ball, takes it, runs it out to the right, cuts it up. That number 21 kept that quarterback contained a little bit, a little fired up right there. That's what you want to see, a 4th down for the Eagles. He said, I'm good, I'm not taunting, I'm not doing anything, I'm going to walk away. Smart, emotional play by number 21 to keep them contained. You have a 4th down here and very long yardage.
Yeah, this Lake Cormorant offense has become very one-dimensional. We're not seeing any handoffs. We're not even seeing a guy in the backfield that could potentially take a handoff. It's just direct snap, QB run, and he's getting stuffed.
Jump throw. Looks like you have a flag on the play. Incomplete pass. Let's see if we can find out what that flag is. You have a player down as well on the field, number 4. Let's hope everything's good. You have an official timeout for this injury. I want to see what this call was, this flag on the play. It was near the line of scrimmage. They're pulling their offense off the field, so more than likely we're going to have some sort of penalty on the offense that the defense will decline. Let's see.
Attention, please. Attention, please.
Yeah, I'm interested to see what they're going to call here.
They're huddling up.
A car that needs to be moved, a dark
He's saying,
gray Nissan
Jimmy, you have
pickup
nice
truck,
cologne. I really like
license plate TNB597. That is license plate.
Yeah, and the coach, if I was Coach Nestor, I would be pretty upset at the flags that have been called over here because you were very close to getting a score in. You're down by just 1 score, and a lot of these things pulled you back away from using that heavy run game that they like to use. So let's see what the ref calls here. They keep going back and forth looking like they're about to make a call, but then don't. So let's see.
Yeah, we got an ineligible receiver downfield.
Decline. Yeah. So we're going to have, that was a decline, of course. So Horn Lake's offense will be coming out on the field. They're up by a score with about 3 minutes left in the 3rd quarter.
Let's see if this Lake Cormorant defense comes to life here. You know, their penalties are killing them in this second half. You know, their defense had a big stop, jumped off sides, gave Horn Lake that 1st down. Then you come out, drive the field, and again, penalties. They're eating you alive.
Quarterback snaps the ball, throws out to the left, behind. He's trying to, ooh, what a tackle. That's what you like to see from number 2 out there. What a fiery fiery hit.
That is what you call textbook. Get the hips low, get your face mask in his numbers, and drive him into the ground.
And that would light a fire for your defense. You've put them back a little bit. It's going to be second down at the 15.5. They went up to the ball pretty quickly. Quarterback's in shotgun with the running back right next to him on his left. Waits, looks out to his coach, see the play. The snap. Quarterback juggles a little bit of the snap and throws it out to the left of the wide receiver. Dropped it. Missed it.
Wonder if that's why we're not seeing a lot of throwing the ball.
Yeah. Brooks, number 10, dropped that out. It looked a little bit overthrown a tad bit, but I believe he should have had that in his hands.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer. If you get your hands on it, you better come down with it, or else you're going to hear about it when you get to the sidelines.
So, once again, shotgun, the running back's on the right. Motions, number 6. Let's see if they have a quarterback drops back for the pass. Helmet is off the ground, but you see, once again, number 33 with the reception. He has been doing work, and he's down at the 30, the 20, the 10. Touchdown! Touchdown for McGowan.
Yeah.
He has been putting a show on for the Horn Lake Eagles. You have a touchdown here.
I think we're going to see that ball come back. You know, the helmet came off there, and I made sure to find that guy real quick, and he continued to play after he lost his helmet, which is a penalty. So that I think we're going to see that come back. We're going to see that.
Man.
He did all that work for absolutely no reason, and I get it. You're fired up. You're in the heat of it. You lose your helmet. You don't want to just stop your block if that's the situation that it was. But, you know, you've got to be smart enough to know that, one, they give you that thing for your protection. You know, they don't want you out there getting your head split open because the guy across from you has one and you don't. And so, again, here we're going to see penalties. Now we're going to see them hurt Horn Lake, but these penalties are really, really, really starting to hurt both of these teams.
I can't tell you the type of gut punch feel it would be to have that big of a play on offense to come back. And he is gassed right now. You can tell that offense is probably gassed. The defense as well, but you have a definite third and very long. Let's see if the Lake Cormorant's defense can say, hey, let's shapen up, play a little bit of prevent defense, and make it to where we don't get anything. But I would venture to say play it smart. Play it smart here. You have 6 defenders in the box, so it looks like they are playing a little bit of prevent. Quarterback takes the snap, hands off the ball to the running back, and gets brought down very quickly for about 3 yards.
Carried by number 5, brought down.
Yeah, number 5, Senegal. He's averaging 120 yards through the last 3 games. I think that big carry he had earlier on their previous drive is going to keep him up around that number, keep that average intact, keep him up around 120 yards per game. But again, let's see what Lake Cormorant's offense can come out and do. You know, they've been able to move the ball, and on their previous drive, the penalties are what killed them there. So let's see if they can clean it up and come away with a score.
Let's get a block on this play. Let's see if we can see something. Snap looks good. Oh, did he get that off? He sure did. Looks like we got a very, very healthy Horn Lake roll there. That was very close. They're waffing it, saying, please go further. But it's at Lake Cormorant at the 42. But we will be back right after this break and hopefully see some more good football. So number 9 for the Lake Cormorant Gators has a chance to see a comeback. Let's see if we can see this squad put something together. They have a little bit different formation than we've seen before, but you still have that little wing back there on the left side. Quarterback snaps the ball, low snap, goes right up the middle. Looks like we see about a 3-yard carry with maybe a little push.
Hey, I don't know if I don't know if y'all can see that, but number 11 there was kind of throwing some little punches up into the gut of somebody, and it looked like the ball carrier was kind of a little ways away from him. So I don't know if he would claim to have been punching at the ball, but it definitely looked to me like he was punching something, and it was not the kind of punch that you would throw to try to dislodge a football.
About the same formation. Quarterback takes a snap, goes right to the left side. There you go. Get a block. Stiff arm to the face. That's the type of highlight reel you like to see, buddy. Give a little talk there and say, hey, I'm here to play. Got a first down for the Gators offense. We're in Eagle territory.
Yeah, this kid's impressive. The way he's running the ball has been impressive, but like we've already talked about several times tonight, this Horn Lake defense is keyed into the fact empty backfield, 9 times out of 10, this guy's running the ball.
Quarterback takes a snap. Up. Flag on the play. Let's see if it wasn't a dead ball flag. So quarterback goes out to the left-hand side. I wonder if this is going to be offsides on the defense since that wasn't a dead ball play. You know, and thankfully we haven't seen as many flags as we've seen at the other games. Looks like you do have a penalty on the defense here. 1 second, technical difficulty. We'll be right back here after this quick break to fix this technology. Oh, never mind, we are back. No, we're not. Here we are. Apologize for that. We are back. Motions takes a snap. Looks like we do have a lot of laundry down on the play. See what this flag is. I think we're probably going to see it on the defense again. Yes. Penalty on the defense. Looks like we're getting a lot more of that. These flags here and there. I know Coach Nestor's a little fired up, taking off his headset at the bottom there.
Yeah, now we're seeing those penalties come back to haunt Horn Lake here. I think it's going to be a big back and forth. Who can take advantage of the penalties? Who's going to be able to drive the ball, come away with multiple scoring possessions in a row? Again, I really want to see Lake Cormorant throw the ball. You've become one-dimensional. They're not doing anything but direct snap to the quarterback, running the ball straight up the middle, and it's become very predictable for this Horn Lake offense.
Yeah, and we are looking forward to the fourth quarter for your Lake Bowl. So don't go anywhere, but we will be right back after this quick break. But we'll see. Like they put in that other
they
running
got
back
Yeager
/
back in the
quarterback.
game. Let's see what they do with him, man.
Hands the ball off. He looks like he is stuffed pretty quickly over there at the 37-yard line.
Like I've said multiple times, we're going to have to see Lake Cormorant find a passing game because obviously the running game is not working for them. They're not able to move the ball down the field the way they need to. And it's pretty obvious that empty backfield, there's no threat that they're going to throw the ball. They're going to lean on the run, and they're going to direct snap, QB run, and now we're seeing them load the box.
There's like 9.
Yeah.
9 people in the box. And we see another run with a 2nd and 24.
Yeah, that the ball carrier there is number 19, Kalen Yeager. He's a sophomore.
Scrawny little dude.
He's a little guy, but we're seeing him play with a lot of heart. And when he starts to go down, what's impressive to me is that he's got his wits about him enough when he's being tackled to make sure that he's falling forward and not giving up yards on a tackle.
Shotgun. Looks like we might have a pass here. Yep. Drops back for a pass, rolls out to the right, trying to get a motion as wide receiver open. Overthrows him, a wide open player near the 20-yard line. That's tough. You know, you're rolling out to the right. Some people get better when they're on the run. Some people get a little worse. That was a little bit, hard for him. But that's what makes it really challenging, Taylor, when you run the ball, 75 to 85% of the time. It makes it a little bit harder to get a routine and a rhythm.
Yeah, these receivers are not used to having the ball thrown their direction. When 90% of their game's been getting downfield, making a block, or turn around, watch the quarterback run, because that's what we're going to have happen. Is he's going to get the ball in his hands and he's going to run. 4th down,
quarterback gets the ball, drops back for a pass, steps up a little bit. Yeah, he's going to see it tuck and run, and he gets it down to the 10, to the 5, to the touchdown, Gators. Touchdown, Gators.
Tylen Matthews, that's your quarterback there. He's I think he must have a microphone in his ear listening to us saying, hey, he's not getting it done. And he said, hey, you shut your mouth and watch this.
Hey, we like to see you come back at us. Clap back a little bit. Let's see. Oh, looky here. Are we going for a kick?
Yeah.
Are they going for extra?
I think we're going to go for 2 here. You're down by 1. Go ahead, go for 2. Take the lead here and see how it goes.
Peeked my head out the window up there in the north side, but let's see. Sets a snaps, takes it, goes out to the left. Let's see if he can get through.
He's got the edge,
he's got the
in.
extra.
Tylen Matthews picks up the 2-point conversion.
That's what you like to see.
Lake Cormorant to take the lead back here since the first time early in the first quarter. They had an interception that they were able to produce a score off of, but this is the first time that they've led this game other than that first score.
And now you have the fans in it. It's 4th quarter. It's 14-13. You were down by a score, and you know what you said? I'm not going to go in and try to kick an extra point to tie this up. We're gonna go for 2. That's the Lake Bowl. That's when you have rivalries that exist.
Yeah, I think some of that is, let's get in here, let's take the lead. But the other thing is, like we talked about earlier, we've seen this Lake Cormorant special teams have trouble kicking field goals.
And if you're watching this, I think that the people around you deserve that you share this and say, watch this 4th quarter at the Lake Bowl. Share us, comment on this, and tell us what you like. Tag somebody on it. Let's get these folks a chance to be seen and watch these folks. Lake Cormorant with the kickoff. Kicks the ball well. Horn Lake lands down. Oh, that'll be at the 13-yard line for Horn Lake. Now, for those who are watching, I do want to give a shout-out to the Career Tech West digital media students that are working with us tonight. We have 3 camera operators and another training on the production side. If you notice in the upper right hand of your screen, you will see our camper out there and our production folks pulling up to every game. We're trying to have a game of the week, game time type experience. You know, we've showed up at Olive Branch and Lewisburg and Olive Branch, now at Lake Cormorant, and we hope that we can bring some attention to all these players to get them the accolades that they deserve in recognition. And so, but just shout out to our students there at the digital media program for their hard work. Horn Lake here, shotgun snapped, hands it off to number 5 again, shook off a little block, shook off number 7, keep it going. That's a hard-fought 2 yards there, Taylor.
Yeah, that's Senegal again. They're going to lean on him a lot. He was able to have his way for the last few weeks against everybody else they've played, and he's busted open some big runs tonight. He's relatively slow start to the night. He's picking up 3-4 yards a carry maybe, but he had a big run that bumped that average up to keep him in the 120 yards per game range.
Snaps the ball. Quarterback is getting dropped by this defense here. That's what you like to see from the Gators. He just strapped on that seatbelt number 0 out there. Now, for those who don't know, the Lake Bowl has a pretty good rivalry. Last year in 2024, Horn Lake edged Lake Cormorant by 1 point, 22-21. But the prior year, Lake Cormorant won about 50-28. So usually high scoring typically. Of course, last year was a little bit less, but it was a 1 point game. And looky here. We have a 1 point game. You have the quarterback back in shotgun. You have 2 wide receivers out on each side. Quarterback snaps the ball, looks out left, throws it down the middle to number 33, his favorite player. Catches the ball going down, keeps his head up, and he runs it all the way down and trips and falls down to the 34. McGowan has been doing phenomenal, Taylor.
Yeah, he was almost kind of tackled there by his own teammate, number 6.
It looked like he had a little hurt hand. He's pulling at that left hand.
Yeah, I think he's just readjusting his glove there, Kelso.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm just reading into details too much.
Yeah, this quarterback for Horn Lake, like we talked about earlier, is averaging 90-plus passing yards per game. And it's helped this offense a lot. They're not as so one-dimensional. They're able to throw the ball when they have to, but they also have that strong running back, number 5, Floyd Senegal, that they can lean on when they need him. They can count on him to pick up big yardage and keep drives alive.
Trips left, snaps the ball, hands off to number 5 again. Be second down a little bit long, about 12 yards. Senegal has done a great job this whole game. And like you said, Taylor, you want to see the offense be balanced, and Horn Lake's maintained that balance. You've just had some fluke plays by both teams where deflected balls landed in interceptions. The quarterback snaps the ball. Oops, looks like you have a false start on this play. Bring them back to about a 2nd and 17.
Yeah, like we talked about earlier, we're seeing a lot of penalties here in the second half, and they are hurting both of these teams. We're going to have the refs get together and have a discussion about what's going on here. I don't know. You got some Lake Cormorant guys that are looking around, kind of shrugging their shoulders, but let's see what they call.
Now, if you're watching this game live and you have a family member out there, friend, I want you to tag them and just cheer them on. You know, it's fourth quarter. It's the Lake Bowl. It's 14-13. The Gators are leading. You know, we want to support these players. We want to support this family, and it's good to see some good football. And, you know, it brings back home for me, being a graduate of Lake Cormorant High about 13 years ago, to see a good game being played. I know they just got this turf this year. I believe they were the last in the county to get turf for their field, and they have been saying, thank you, county. We will win football games for you. 3 games so far. They're trying to make this one their 4th, as maybe they'll keep their lucky streak alive. Well, probably a little bit more than luck that they needed that, but it looks like you have Horn Lake in shotgun. Takes it back, drops back for the pass. I think we had some miscommunication and an interception by the defense.
It looked to me like he said, here you go, buddy, I'm going to throw this ball to you.
Henderson with the interception there. That's what you like to see, but it did look like some miscommunication.
Yeah, number 33. Number 33 was not at all where that ball was thrown, and he was the only one to that side of the field. So I don't know if it was mixed up by the quarterback there and he had the wrong route in mind, or if you have your receiver just running the wrong route. But either way, it was a big mix-up there. So let's see. Let's see if this Lake Cormorant offense finds a way to take advantage of the turnover, drive down the field, go up by another score, and see what happens. Let's see if they're able to take advantage.
Looks like they're getting that tight formation again. Let's see a lot of runs here. Oh! Miss ball is in Horn Lake's possession. That wing-back, running back got in the way of that snap. Horn Lake comes up with the ball. Number 55 recovers it. Do we have a flag on the play? Do we have a flag on the play? Yes, we do. But it looks like it will be a flag on the offense, because it appears that Horn Lake's offense is coming back out. So, what a play. It's just a missed spot by that wing back for the Gators. It looks like he motioned a little bit before that snap and got hit with it, a little deflection. What an unforced error right there. See, look, this game is not done. If you're watching this game, you need to share it to the folks and say, hey, Horn Lake's going to win or Lake Cormorant's going to win. Who do you think? Share in the comments. Do you think Lake Cormorant's going to win? Do you think Horn Lake's going to win? I don't know. At this point, with how everything's gone so far, Taylor, I'm not sure who's going to win this game. It's probably going to be who has the last possession. But then again, it's been so close that if that's the case, you might see Lake Cormorant edge this one out barely.
Yeah, and I think both of these teams are very comfortable with their defense being on the field. We've seen both defenses produce all night. They're coming up with stops, turnovers, takeaways, all that kind of stuff. So let's see how this game unfolds.
Quarterback takes the snap, hands it off to number 5 again. Chalks it up for about a 4-yard gain.
Yeah, Senegal, they're leaning heavy on him tonight. They're going to try to put the ball in his hands and let him carry this team.
Well, he says, look, I'm a senior. This is my last year to play here at Horn Lake. I want to show up and show out, maybe get some good looks at any colleges in the next line. He's got that little wing back position. Quarterback takes the snap, looks for a pass, has his man 33 with a chance to catch that, and he does.
Yeah,
down at the 1 yard line.
Flag come in there at the last second, so let's see what ends up coming of that.
McGowan with the nice catch, but we have a flag on the play. McGowan is saying, please, I've had a touchdown for 80 yards called back for a touchdown. I just had a major long reception is going to now be called back again.
Yep, called back.
He is telling his lineman, can you please help me out? And he's even got his other wide receiver in his ear going, hey, man, you're doing good. Keep doing it. You're doing your job. And I'm telling you, even though that those things are not going on the stat sheet, he is doing some work out there. That was a phenomenal catch. But Horn Lake is going to be pulled back a little bit.
Yeah, that's the second time tonight that we've seen an ineligible receiver downfield. These guys are just not paying attention when the ball comes out. They cannot be getting downfield like that.
Yeah, but we'll be right back after this break. Horn Lake has the ball at 2nd and 16, and they have a chance down by 1 point, and they have quarterback and shotgun with 2 wide receivers to your bottom of your screen. Quarterback takes a snap with the wide receiver, number 33, coming behind the screen.
Takes the reverse.
And looks like we're going to have an interception by the Lake Cormorant Gators, number 11. What a play.
Daniels with the interception there to give the Lake Cormorant offense an opportunity to come back out and put some points up here. Look, that's what I like to see from the coaching staff. They're out there, they're jumping around, they're chest bumping these guys. They're fired up. This is that interception there. It's a huge momentum shift, and I think we're going to see Lake Cormorant be able to come out and try to do something.
Lake Cormorant's in that 2-wing position. Snaps, motions to the right, goes outside the tackles, twists back in, gets dropped down by 21.
Yeah, again, number 52's out here looking like he's lost. He gets out. They put him in the game to block somebody, and he just runs around like he has no idea where he's supposed to be or where he's going. Every time he gets in the game, they're having to tell him, "Hey, you go this way. You're not lining up in the right position." It's kind of crazy.
Runs the ball up the middle. Sheds a block. Well, I got a little.
Yeah, Tylen Matthews is who they're going to lean on tonight. They're just going to continue to have him direct snap, quarterback run. I mean, it's, again, like we've talked about several times tonight, it's not hard for a defense to key into that. I bet he has 99% of their yardage. They're not no handoffs. They're not throwing the ball. If I'm Horn Lake, I'm putting everybody in the box. I'm leaving all my corners one-on-one.
Oh, false start. Looks like we have. That's a tough one right there at 3rd and 1. We're going to be putting it 3rd and 6 out. I think Coach Nestor's saying, hey, that boy's going to be running some suicides here this coming week. I know that's what he would say if we were out there.
Yeah, the other thing that I noticed is the last few weeks, all these schools have TVs on the sidelines. They're setting up to be able to come back and say, look, this is where you missed a block. This is where you missed an assignment.
Number 2's coming in. Looks like he substituted on that sideline. Ball snaps. Look like we have a little reverse. Number 2 comes around the left-hand side, has a block. Looks like we have a flag on the play. Let's see what it is. If not, if the flag stands, it's going to be a first down, but it looks like it will be coming back. They might have had a holding on number 3. I'm not sure.
Yeah, that's DeJuan Hayes there Lake Cormorant on that carry. We're going to get a hold that's going to bring them back and make it a 3rd and 6. Whereas otherwise they had picked up the first down there on 3rd. Excuse me, it's going to be 3rd and 16.
Yeah. Jarvis Clemens there was saying, hey, it's my bad. Shouldn't have held on to him. He had some room to run anyway, so he didn't really need to hold him on that play. But Gators are turning some clock. You got under 4 minutes left to play. It's 3rd down. Horn Lake's defense is saying, hey, let's stop them. I know we got our hands on our hips. I know we're a little tired. We're down and out. Let's get something happening here. Snaps the play. Quarterback takes it to the right. Looks right up the middle. Has a crowd of Eagles. A flock of Eagles. Flocking. Number 50. What a great stop on defense there. That's what you like to see.
It's going to be Corey Swims there. Jacory Swims there with the tackle. I think we're going to have to hope that Lake Cormorant's able to boot this ball well down the field and make Horn Lake have to drive a long distance, but let's see.
Snap is very low, rolls back to the punter. Punter gets a good kickoff, but it looks pretty high. Let's see if it gets a Lake Cormorant roll. Yes, you're going to have the Horn Lake Eagles at their own 49-yard line. Let's take a quick break, but we will be right back with some action. Share it with your family and friends for the last few minutes of this 4th quarter. Eagles have the ball, 4th quarter, Lake Bowl, down by 1 point. Quarterback takes the snap, drops back for a pass, thinking, has all day, his lineman has a man. Caught by number 17, down at the 2-yard line. Down at the 2-yard line. Jaden Moses with the catch, senior player. You're down by 1 point. And looky here, what a pass. Horn Lake has been dominant in their rushing game in prior games, but it looks like the passing game has been great for this one.
Yeah, that quarterback stood in the pocket and had all day to get that throw off, all day to let a receiver come open, and that's what he did. He was patient. He stood in there, let a receiver come open, and made a good throw downfield to put them in good position to score here. We do have a substitution. They're starting quarterbacks out. Number 12, Lincoln Sanders is in. Let's see what they're going to have going on here. I think we're going to have a heavy package. He's going to run this ball.
Takes a snap, gets brought down, fumble.
He lost the ball. He lost the ball.
Wow. Wow, what a play. Are they going to let this keep going?
I've not heard a whistle. I have not heard a whistle.
They haven't blown it. They're going to call this a touchdown. Are they going to call this back? But that's what you're supposed to do. They haven't blown anything. They haven't said anything. Run it all the way down. Get a score. Let them make their gutsy call during the play. We've had a few scores pulled back after different ref calls. I know number 33 there for the Eagles is saying, hey, man, I've probably got 200 yards reception, but, 120 of it has been pulled back. But Rashad Bobo, what a recovery on defense. This is Friday Night Football, Taylor. That's what you want to see.
Yeah, it looked like Horn Lake's offense was staying out there, so I don't know if they're going to say that was not a fumble. Yeah, right now we're still seeing Lake Cormorant defense, Horn Lake offense. So I don't know. But he definitely lost the ball, and he was never down at any point during the play.
Yeah, Coach Nestor is saying, hey, Give me something here. Let me just translate for Coach Nestor right now. Oh, my gosh, are you blind? Do you have mud in your eyes? Wash this off of your eyes. But I want you to look at me in my face. Look at me in my face and tell me that wasn't a fumble. Because if you look back at that play, you can rewind on this stream. That was a fumble. And so, it's gone. It's out of his hands. You don't even see it in his hands when he does it. So, rewind that a little bit, y'all, and look at that play. That was a fumble. So you can see why Coach Nestor is absolutely frustrated.
I'm sure Coach Nestor's going to have a clip of that film going to the state saying, what in the world is going on? How do you miss this call?
There's a flag
now
over
we're
here.
Have a flag against Lake Cormorant. I'm going to assume that they're going to hear some
unsportsmanlike.
He's running his mouth, but I don't know that if in this position I wouldn't be running my mouth too, because that was a absolutely blown call there. You know, it could not be clearer that ball was out. And he was nowhere near down. Yeah, that flag's going to be on number 5, Treverion Lockhart. I mean, emotions are high. This is a huge game for both of these teams, big rivalry, and it was a blown call. It was a blown call. That ball was out. I couldn't tell from when I rewinded. I could not tell where the ball ended up before we saw number 2 come out and run the length of the field. But I for sure saw number 12 without the ball before he was down.
Heavy package. You have 12. It's probably quarterback sneak. And he got out on the left side. Horn Lake with a touchdown. Goes up 19-14. Sanders with the touchdown.
Yeah, Lincoln Sanders for Horn Lake. He's their punter. He's been a big force on defense. And they get him in the game when they need a heavy package type situation where they can count on him to get his heels in the ground, keep his legs driving, and be able to stick that ball in the end zone there like he was able to there.
Yeah, let's see if they can get these 2 points, go up by 1 full score to give the Lake Cormorant Gators little over 2 minutes to have a chance to come back.
Yeah, and he's still in the game here.
Takes a snap. Looks like he had a little reverse. If you can keep pushing him out, looks like he lost the ball. What a play. What a play. That's what you want to see. Now, Lake Cormorant has a chance to come back, but we will be right back here shortly. Share this with your family and friends for all those that want to see good old-fashioned football down here in the swamp. Lake Bowl in the swamp at Lake Cormorant. You are down by 5. You have a chance to come back, take this back for your home team as the Gators. And the Eagles, you have a chance to come away with the Lake Bowl win. Let's see what they do here if they're not going to try to do some sort of little squib kick. Horn Lake comes up, has a little squib kick, catch. Number 2 has it running on the left side of the field, takes it, and he gets dropped down at about the 41-yard line. What a good return. Good return.
DeJuan Hayes there with the return. He was able to get them in pretty good position. I think right now, this late in the game, you've got to get away from strictly running the ball with your quarterback. It's not catching
looks like that's what they're
anybody
off
off guard. Yeah, we're going to have trips down to the right here. Let's see if we – and clearly Horn Lake's not worried about them throwing the ball. There's the cornerbacks and the safeties are so much cushion.
I'd throw it to number 2 right there and get those other wide receivers a chance to block for him. You have 3-on-2 down here. Flag on the play. Dead ball. It looks like we have a little cramp down there at the bottom side. You have a false start on this play. I'm not sure if we'll have a little small injury here, but you have to audible some of those things. Look at your coach. You have 3 players on that right side. Yes, of course, number 11 is down, and he's going to have some help walking off the field. But you had 3 players down on the wide receivers on that bottom right hand of the screen against 2 defenders that were 10, 15 yards back. You'd like to see some sort of audible to a little screen out there to get some chances, get some yardage, and get some consistency with your quarterback on the throwing side. Now, he's done well running for this game, but now you have trips left. Quarterback in shotgun. You have a man on an island on this bottom side.
There's still a lot of cushion.
What a catch by number 11. That is Daniels on the reception. This clock is running. It's 2nd down and 4 at the 48-yard line. Trips left, shotgun, snap, going for the pass, rolling out to the right. See if he can just get out of bounds. Ooh, looks like we have a little shove here. That coach is livid. He is wanting to scream and shout.
Yeah, I think that was.
I think it was a good no
I think
call.
it was a good decision not to have anything to say there. It was. He was getting out of bounds. I don't think it was it wasn't a malicious hit. He kind of gave him a little shove right there at the sideline, but like we said, he was not out of bounds yet.
Yeah, but you have a little emotion. You want to see that. Looks like they're trying to calm people down. Shotgun takes the ball. Once again, needs to get some yardage. Then he throws it, and it's picked off. A deflection and picked off by number 20.
I don't know what the thought process was there. He was clearly not aware of down and distance, because when he decided to pick that ball up and throw, he needed a yard and a half maybe to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive. So I don't know if he just saw somebody that was completely wide open or if he was totally oblivious to down and distance. Because in that position, you just got to tuck that ball and fall forward, and you've picked up the first down.
Well, you have first down, Eagles at the 49. You have 1 timeout left for the Gators, under 2 minutes. So you're going to see some pretty heavy running here. It looks like they're putting in their heavy side.
Yeah, we're going back to the starter there for Horn Lake, number 2, Jason Edwards Jr. So I don't know if they're going to try to just motor this ball down the field a little bit,
exactly
pick up a couple first downs, and let the clock run, or what we're going to see here if we're going to try to see them score again.
Number 5 with the ball, hands over the right side, gets about 7 to 8 yards on the carry there. That's what you want to see. A first down will more than likely seal this game for the Eagles if they get it. It's 2nd and about 2.5.
Yeah, I think we'll see them run this clock down as low as they can. If they pick up the first down here, this game's in the books, if you had to ask me.
But we have a timeout, but there is a few plays left. We will be right back after this break. We're live back here at the Lake Bowl in the swamp. Horn Lake has a chance to get a first down here and put this game away, up by 5 points with a fluke pass and deflection for an interception on the prior. Quarterbacks in shotgun, number 2 and number 5. Looks like we're going to have a handoff. Let's see where he gets
there
down.
With the carry.
1 yard carry on the play. Looks like we'll have third down. They're going to be running this clock.
Yeah, we're going to see this clock run down, and if they can pick up a first down, they're going to be able to put this game on ice.
Snap. Hands off to the running back. And he gets stopped down. Looks like that ref gave a very fortunate stop right there. He looked like he had about a 1-yard gain, but it is 4th down. You have some seconds. I venture to say I think this Horn Lake offense will stay on. Wait, what? They're cheering over here. Are they gonna call that game? I think that will be the game for you. What a tough one. What a heart-wrenching one for Lake Cormorant after that interception towards the last part of that. But that's what you want to see for Friday Night Football. We're the DeSoto County Brief. This is our DCB Game Time. We like to go from school to school, highlighting the players, using our staff here, and thank you to the Career Tech West students from the digital media program to give us some great camera work. We will be live every Friday night for football season at different stadiums, so keep in touch. But congratulations to the Horn Lake Eagles on your tough-fought win down in the swamp. This is Kelso, and for Taylor Griggs, we hope you have a great weekend.